Hey there, I'm Tina Herrel with RE/MAX Metro.
And this is Carolyn Gomez with RE/MAX Metro, and we're with the Herrel Group.
We're with the Herrel Group, and today we're going to talk about VA loans.
I'm so excited.
I am too, because we're seeing an uptick in people using VA loans. Back in the past, they couldn't, right?
That's right, yeah. They just were not looked at. It was just like almost, I won't say taboo, but kind of. It's like, people want to go with a conventional loan every single time over a VA.
Or cash. We're talking back during the COVID period.
Yeah.
We've written many VA loans before,
Absolutely.
And it was just because the sellers were afraid and they weren't going to accept them.
That's right. It's just more of this understanding, right? I think, and that's what we're here to share. A couple of things that you will find to be very interesting.
Hopefully you'll have 3 takeaways by the time we get done. I think the first one is when you present an offer to a seller and it has 0 down.
Right? And they're like, really?
Really?
It's so questionable, right? Like, they have no money?
They have no money. That's the first thing they think.
That's the first thing anybody
But
thinks.
it is a privilege. It is a privilege that the vets are allowed. And by the way, we're here in Pinellas County where we've got one of the largest Bay Pines hospitals here. We've got MacDill Air Force Base here. And we're surrounded by a lot of good vets. And we want to help them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to help them. But going back to the 0 down, we're currently working on 3 different offers and one seller.
Yep.
All 3 of them are vets. 2 of them are pilots. One of them is a colonel. And they have the privilege of putting 0 down, no money down, but that's not what their bank account says, is it?
Right, exactly. So, it works. So know that sellers.
So know that sellers,
Right.
they do have money in the bank, and
Yeah.
these are legitimate professional people, and this is a privilege that they get to use 0 down. I think the sellers were also very nervous about the inspections.
Because everybody is, right? It's just like, this is my house, and you're going to go and you're going to scrutinize everything about the house. But when it comes to the inspections, it was always in the past that the seller needed to take care of the WDO, which is also the termite inspection.
Right, they used to have to pay for that. That's not the case anymore. The VA has put that back on the buyers, and so they pay for the WDO, wood destroying organisms. And typically when something comes up, and inevitably, it doesn't make a difference if it's conventional, cash, or VA. If it's there,
it's going to be addressed.
It's going to be addressed.
Right.
So don't be afraid about the inspections when you see that. Or the appraisals. The VA does protect their vets in that way. But so should your inspector, regardless of whether or not you're conventional or
whatever.
And you just went through this. You just wrote an offer.
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about that, because you came back and said you were shocked that the interest rates were.
Yeah, that's so the interest rates. So we're looking in the 6s. So that's exciting for the buyers, of course, right? And of course, it also helps out the sellers because you're able to get your debt to income ratio is lower, so you're able to get into that loan. So yeah, absolutely.
It helps the sellers know that the buyers
it's all possible.
It's all possible because their debt to income is changed by that lower interest rate.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 3 for this time is 0 down. Vets don't have to put anything down. It doesn't mean that they don't have anything to put down. That's a misnomer, sellers. Number 2, inspections and appraisals, WDO of the buyer. The seller does not have to pay for that anymore.
Right.
And like you said, the inspections are the same regardless.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
And the interest rates.
That's it.
Lower interest rates for those loans.
That's
And a lot of times, not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, we want to be clear there.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's our 3 for.